All right, welcome everyone. This is Dave Dubeau, publisher of Canadian Profits, here with our next episode of Canadian Profits TV. So welcome. I want to thank everybody for all your comments, for all your questions. And this week we're going to be talking about three important things. So for our business section, we're going to be talking about the Mastermind Principle, how to put that into play in your own business and real estate investing life. For real estate investing, we're going to be doing some myth busting one of the biggest myths about real estate investing, which is how much money do I need to get involved. And then for a mindset minute, I'm going to be talking about gambling versus taking calculated risks. And we're going to be answering a question from one of you, from one of our viewers this week as well. So stay tuned. All right, so for our business section, we're going to be talking about the Mastermind Principle. And this is something I first learned about from reading Napoleon Hill's very, very famous book, Think and Grow Rich. So basically, my take on the whole Mastermind Principle is when you get together with 1, 2, 3, up to 10 other people, like-minded people, and you get together in a group, and then what we do is each person takes a turn, sits at the front of the group, and talks about their biggest wins with their business recently, as well as their biggest challenges. And then everyone else in the group focuses all of their energy, all of their intention on that particular person and their biggest challenges. We come up with ideas for them, solutions to their problems, resources they can use, contacts that we have that they can get in communication with to help them through this challenge. And the power of the mastermind is having so many different minds and points of views focused 100% exactly on you and your biggest business challenge or challenge in general. We do different masterminds here with Canadian Profits. We've got one for business that I run with Shane Morgan, and another group that has a bit of a mastermind component as well for real estate that we run with Ken Beaton. I belong to a very high-level marketing mastermind group through Glazer Kennedy in the States. I go down there 3 times a year, get together with some of the best marketers in the world, and the impact has been absolutely amazing. Just having so many different people focus on your particular situation and challenge, it's huge, it's amazing. So whether you do it locally, getting together with some friends, some business associates, or you join an already existing mastermind group, I highly recommend the Mastermind Principle. Don't try and go it alone. Don't be the Lone Ranger. Get help, and this is the best way to do it. That's your business moment. All right, and for today's real estate tip, I want to talk about one of the biggest myths out there, and that is that you need a lot of money to get involved in real estate investing. And if you're an uneducated investor, a lot of people think that's true, because especially nowadays with the rules changing, where you have to have 20% down to buy a revenue property or an investment property, a lot of people think, well, 20% down on a $200,000 property, well, that's $50,000. Well, that's a lot of money. Actually, it would be $40,000, but anyhow, it's a lot of money. I don't have $40,000, Dave. How can I get involved? Well, there's all sorts of ways to get involved in real estate investing that don't require your money. Do you need money? Yes. Does it need to be your money? No, definitely not. So if you're getting involved in real estate investing, don't let the lack of money stop you. Think about finding the deal and then being able to present the deal effectively to other people who will have the money. So again, it's all about OPM, other people's money. So if you don't have it, somebody else does. And here's the big thing that you have to get in mind, because a lot of people think, well, if they've got the money, if somebody else has got the money, why don't they just go out and do the deal? The thing is, most people who have that kind of money don't have time. They're busy creating money, they're busy working, they're busy doing whatever it is that they do to create that capital. They don't have time to go find the really good deals. That's where you come in. So if you combine those two things, where you find the good deals and then you find the people with the money, put them together, you get to be in there as an equity partner as well yourself. You get 50% of the deal. It's a win-win situation for everything. So don't let the myth of needing a lot of money to get into real estate stop you, because that's exactly what it is. It's a myth. That was your real estate tip for the week. All right, welcome to our Mindset Minute. Today I want to talk about the difference between gambling and taking a calculated risk. So I think we're all aware of what gambling is. So for example, if you're going to the bingo parlor or you're going to the casino, you're buying lottery tickets, that is gambling. Taking a calculated risk is very, very different. That means that you go in with your eyes wide open and you see the pros, you see the cons of the situation, and you weigh them out. And ideally what you're doing is you're weighing the pros are a lot better than the cons. So you go forward, you move forward on the next idea, on the next project, on the business opportunity, on the real estate opportunity, knowing what the pros and cons are, knowing what the best case scenario is, knowing what the worst case scenario is, knowing what the middle is, and making a decision made on that, not just on blind hope, going in and betting everything on the roll of the dice. What's an example of this? Real estate investing. If you're only investing hoping for appreciation, and that, in my mind, that's gambling, that's speculation. Because what happens if the market goes flat? What happens if the market goes down? You're in big, big trouble. If you go in with a wider concept of real estate investing, you understand all the different 7 profit centers of real estate investing, then you won't be just dependent on one of those, which is appreciation. So that's an example for real estate. For business, an example of gambling could be getting involved in some sort of a pyramid scheme, basically. I've fallen for that myself back in the day. Something looks great, you jump in there because everybody else is getting involved. You put your money in, you run around trying to round up other people to get involved. Bang, the whole thing gets pulled out from underneath of you, and you lose everything, and your friends and your family members lose the money they invest as well. Well, that's gambling as well. So it happens in real estate, can happen in business. Again, go in with your eyes wide open. Make sure you weigh the pros and the cons, and you're not living in la-la land. That's your Mindset Minute. All right, I want to thank everybody for all of the questions that have been coming in. There have been lots of them coming in, and I apologize if I can't get exact to your question on the show, but I'll try and answer everybody's, even if it's in an email or something like that. So this week's question comes from Ellie Trinzek, and I apologize if I mispronounce your name, Ellie. My question is about VTBs, which is vendor take-back mortgages. I recently tried to purchase a home, but the home inspector found quite a few extensive repairs that needed to be taken care of. So I offered to still pay the full amount, but I wanted $30,000 cash back to repair the home. However, my realtor told me this wasn't going to be possible as I would be committing mortgage fraud, and the deal never ended up going through. Do I need a new realtor, or did I go about this the wrong way? All right, very, very good question, Ellie. And my caveat, first of all, is I am not a lawyer, so anything I say here, do not take as the absolute truth without checking it with the lawyer first. My understanding is you did nothing wrong, because it's perfectly legal, and I know our good friend Ken Beaton does this on a regular basis, to get cash back on closing. So yes, you were very well able to go in, make the offer there, conditional upon getting $30,000 cash back on closing. Your realtor, as far as I'm concerned, didn't have a clue what they were talking about. Your lawyer, if you had a good lawyer, could get this all written up in the document. And as long as it's okay with you and with the vendor, and it's going to be all transparent there for the mortgage company to see as well, there's no mortgage fraud taking place whatsoever. If you have it set up properly with your contract of purchase and sale, there's no fraud going on. The fraud would be if you're trying to do something sneaky on the side without having it in part of the paperwork, without the bank knowing about it. So yes, there was a way to do it. Your realtor didn't know what to do. How would I go about doing it differently? I would look for a different realtor, or I would get the information from the lawyer stating, yes, this is legal, show that to the realtor so that they feel more comfortable, and make the offer like that. I'd also be trying to get in touch directly with the seller, trying to do the negotiation directly with the seller as well. So that's my answer to that question, and I hope next time you have better luck with that. Okay, again, thank you very much, Ellie, for your question, and your special prize will be in the mail within the next week to 10 days, so be on the lookout for that. And I just want to let everybody know a little bit about what's coming up next week. In our business section, we're going to be talking about setting up systems. For our real estate tip, we're going to be talking about a very, very important subject to clause. This is also called a CYA clause, cover your assets clause. And also for the Mindset Minute, I'm going to be talking about embracing change. So stay tuned, and I look forward to talking to you next week.
Hello, and good evening, everyone. I have something really important to share with you tonight. I want to tell you about the Canadian Profits membership program. It truly is awesome. It's the best place for Canadianized information, education and inspiration for business owners and real estate investors. If you aren't a member already, what are you waiting for? Go ahead and take a test drive today. Just click on one of the banners to the right. You will be amazed at what you find there. Thank you. And good night, everyone.